Top 10 Essay Topics About Fishing. Recreational shark fishing. Fishing is one of the most widespread recreational activities all over the world. In this essay, we suggest focusing on shark fishing. Why is this thrilling activity so popular? You can describe the necessary equipment and best practices for catch and release. Ocean pollution and the fishing industry. The fishing industry is an essential part of many economies. However, toxic wastes, CO2 emissions, and chemical substances that get into the ocean damage aquatic life. Here, you could discuss the significance of environmental regulations, sustainable fishing, and collective efforts to mitigate pollution and preserve the industry. Impacts of oil spill on dolphins and fishing in the Gulf of Mexico. The oil spill in the Mexican Gulf became the worst environmental catastrophe in U.S. history. What were the ecological outcomes of this cataclysm on aquatic life? How did it affect commercial and recreational fishing? What measures were taken to prevent such occurrences? Address these questions in your paper. Fishing industry in the UAE. Fish and other aquatic organisms were the base of people's diet in the UAE's coastal regions for centuries. Here, you can discuss the historical significance, current state, and challenges the fishing industry faces. Describe fishing techniques and traditional practices. What is the role of the fishing industry in the local economy and cultural heritage? What impact has fishing quota regulation on the fishing industry of South Africa? This topic involves assessing the effect of fishing quotas on the fishing industry of South Africa. You could research the historical background and the purpose of fishing quota regulation implementation. How did they affect commercial fishermen, fishing communities, and fish stocks? The fishing industry of Atlantic Canada. The Atlantic Canada fisheries used to be among the most prominent worldwide. Alas, the industry began to collapse in the last decades. You could research the reasons for the collapse in this paper. Start by describing the rich history and cultural and economic significance of fishing in the region. Further, analyze the factors that harm the industry, like overfishing, mismanagement, and environmental pollution. Recreational and commercial fishing, pros and cons. This thrilling topic requires comparing recreational and commercial fishing. What are the motivations, practices, economic aspects, and ecological impacts of both types? What are the pros and cons of each? Here you can mention sustainability, conservation, recreational value, and economic benefits to local communities. Factortame litigation, conflict over fishing waters legislation. The Factortame case was a well-known judicial review case against the UK government regarding fishing waters legislation. What were its background and legal proceedings? How did it impact fishing regulations, national sovereignty, and the rights of fishing communities? Explain the broader implications and significance of the case. The commercial fishing techniques. Here, you might delve into the diverse commercial fishing approaches. You can depict processes such as trawling, longlining, gill netting, and purse seining. What are their benefits and drawbacks? What potential environmental threats are associated with them? Southcentral Alaska sport fishing. We suggest you explore the exciting world of sport fishing in Southcentral Alaska. You could convey the region's abundant fish species, popular fishing destinations, and regulations. Also, write about the economic and recreational significance of sport fishing to local communities and tourism.